Welcome to the channel, it's me Vandal. This one's packed with the best clips of 2024. Some of these were never meant to be seen, so before it gets buried, make sure you hit the like button. And now, enough of me yapping, let's get to the video.
The poltergeist.
I like how the kid is not even bothered about the poltergeist.
What the fuck kind of snake this is? That be a little poisonous. It's poisonous?
They scaring the crap out of mom. Feel sorry for him.
Easy boy. Easy Simba. Give me chance. I bet you know. Okay?
Big buck or something. Wait, stop right there. What is that? Is that a buck? What is that? Dude, that's not a buck, dude. That's not. Dude, go. Yeah.
Это машина главная стоит. Может просто вот...
Do anyone know what language that is and what country? Because I couldn't find anything on it. Please let me know in the comments below.
Trump tried to ramp up the pressure on Senate Republicans using his weekly address to urge them to repeal and replace Obamacare and finally deliver on a campaign promise Republicans started to make 7 years ago.
World Naked Gardening Day. I need to know, is there a naked gardening club in Philly?
Mike would like to join.
You know, I'd like to see the hose and the rakes and trowels and all the equipment they use. No, you know what a trowel is.
My heart stopped for a second.
We see what he into.
No.
Yeah, the gardening tools.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what that.
Mulch, fertilizer.
Strange creature spotted in backyard zoomed in.
It's amazing that when Dio says this will be your last ride, no matter what it may be, fun, not fun, boat ride, plane ride, jet ride, bike ride, car ride, it could be your last workout.
Can you hear this sound? This is the sound of death. These people are laughing without knowing they could die. A Chinese family is enjoying their vacation on top of the sand dune and laughing. Their hair is sticking up towards the sky and the camera keeps making weird electrical noises. This is called an electrifying desert phenomenon and is a strong signal that lightning is about to strike this place. If you ever find yourself in a situation, you should immediately get to lower ground and take shelter in a car.
So
My kitchen is growling at me this morning.
That was an extremely scary situation to be in, man. That bear is not afraid of humans at all.
Lauren and Brian Swenson were in the process of opening a CrossFit gym in Nairobi, Kenya with 2 local trainers. One day, the Utah couple were on their way to do some filming with their trainers to promote their gym when they suddenly came across a traffic jam on the main road. Soon after taking a detour on a dirt road, the Swensons and the trainers passed 2 officers on foot with weapons who gestured for the couple to give them a ride. For reasons they didn't disclose, they chose not to pick up the officers and continued driving until they came across a white public transport vehicle stopped in the middle of the road. Although the couple didn't notice at the time, the driver of the white van tried to warn them with his headlights, but they missed the signal, and this is where things get disturbing.
Yeah. Drive forward. Cross. Drive forward. Drive forward. Hey!
Just as they passed the van, 3 men armed with machetes appear from behind the vehicle and charge at the Swensons' car. Reacting quickly to the situation, the driver immediately shifts the vehicle into reverse to gain some distance. As the men get closer, one of the trainers instructs Brian to drive forward, and as he does, one of the attackers tries to reach through the window with his machete. In a Facebook post she shared after the incident, Lauren mentioned that when they first saw the bandits, Brian's window was only partially up, and that he sped back in reverse to buy some time to roll it up. When the bandits attacked the car, the window was cracked a couple of inches, but luckily it wasn't enough for the machete to fit through. As Brian speeds away on the dirt road, one of the trainers mentions that he could see cops arriving at the scene.
Yeah, they're running away. Dang! Gunshot. No, they're running off the gun.
Alarmingly, a shot could be heard behind the vehicle, presumably from the confrontation between the cops and the men with machetes. In her Facebook post, Lauren mentioned that if she had picked up the officers or even let them ride on the side rails as they went up the road, they would have likely opened fire on the bandits. Luckily, the Swensons and the trainers were able to ride away safely, but it was not confirmed if anyone was hurt after the encounter.
The crazy thing is, imagine if they would have just picked up the cops. They might have been able to avoid that terrible situation they were in. But obviously, if you're driving and you're a foreigner, you're not going to probably pick up cops randomly. It just doesn't make sense, so I can see why they didn't do it.
Bruh. Look, there's something flying through the air. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that?
Yo, what the fuck?
Aliens! Aliens!
Yo.
Go on the street, go on the street. What?
What? Bro, a nigga just set himself on fire in front of the courthouse, bro. Bro exposed everything. The thing about all of this is that right before he set himself on fire, he threw papers in the air that would expose the government. Look at this one, bro. Has moved massive amounts of stolen crypto through Tesla stock when he co-founded PayPal. They were trying to make crypto, but the theft tech wasn't there yet. Now, I don't know how much of this stuff is real, but the one specific thing that he talked about really concerned me. I know everybody knows what Bitcoin is, right? Within those documents, he talked about how cryptocurrency was going to crash significantly, how crypto is just a big Ponzi scheme, that a bunch of billionaires was going to wipe out everything, and nobody was going to know what happened. And it kind of makes a lot of sense because all these crypto coins are at some sort of high right now, or at least getting there. And if all these billionaires were to do some sort of fishy activity with Bitcoin, nobody would know who it was, bro. But I don't know. A lot of the stuff that he was talking about makes me feel like a lot of it was true, because why would a man set himself on fire, bro? He's man set himself on fire to get this information out. So I mean, it gotta be some truth. So it gotta be. But let me know what you guys think.
He probably was mentally ill. The things he wrote about could be true. And when it comes to crypto, they definitely can track it. If you ever watch CoffeeZilla, he shows that in great detail. That's how he's able to catch scammers and prove that scammers are doing shady stuff for crypto. Crypto is like that because it's not really regulated well. So if you want to make more money and you're rich already, it makes sense to put millions into crypto.
Shit's getting weird. Part infinity.
Picture this. A liquid that's not just any liquid, but a substance designed by the brilliant minds at Harvard. A substance so advanced, it's stretching the boundaries of what we thought possible. This isn't a mere concoction, it's a programmable liquid, a revolution in technology that's here to change the way we perceive matter. Imagine a liquid that you can program to change its properties at will. A substance with tunable springiness, adjustable optical properties, and variable viscosity. A liquid that can shift between behaving like a Newtonian fluid, flowing like water, and a non-Newtonian fluid resisting flow. This liquid is a matrix of elastomer spheres, tiny orbs that range from 50 to 500 microns across. They populate the liquid and give it its extraordinary properties. This is a substance that bends at the will of technology, a testament to the leaps and strides we're making in the scientific world. This isn't a plot from a science fiction movie, but a reality we are stepping into. Welcome to the era of programmable liquids. So, what exactly is this programmable liquid?
Flubber? Harvard just created Flubber?
I completely forgot about Flubber. I feel like this would be useful for humans, but it could backfire very easily.
Symbolism will be their downfall. Or is it just art? And let me be the first to tell you, it's all connected. I mean, if you know, you know. But first, let's go back to that video of Ellen DeGenerate. When the camera turns, you can see the inside of her house. Now, see that picture right there? Well, if you pause it and look it up, it says evil thoughts with revenge right next to it. Here's another picture of Ellen in her house, and this is the picture behind her. Now, the thing I'm curious about is the letters on top of the picture. These look oddly similar to the letters Marina Abramovich writes out when she does spirit cooking. Remember the beginning of the video? It's all connected. And that person that was in all red is Lady Gaga, and she went to Marina Abramovich many times for teaching. But let's continue. This is another picture of Ellen in her home. She's cutting her mother's hair, but what is that picture above her head?
¿Se vio con la menina ali? Acá dentro. ¿Se tutearon todo?
Sí, claro, es que fueron todos, o sea, yo apenas escuché que hicieron, o sea, que escuché el pan.
Ay, qué miedo.
Is that a cow? What is that? Oh, frick!
What the fuck is happening? Gotta go. Get me out.
Definitely like the beginning of a horror movie. She was smart to just try to just go. 'Cause that's what I would have did.
Swear to God, that's a fucking person. Dude, flash the light! If you're a person, flash the light! Okay, maybe it's not. Oh my God! Swear to God, that's a fucking person.
I didn't notice the weird figure in the clouds until I played the footage back. What is this?
Don't get how lightning's hitting the same.
Exactly what that looked like.
Pretty fucking bizarre.
But it gets weirder. A few days later, an anomaly shows up on satellite data. An anomaly as big as a country, with 80-foot waves being projected from this anomaly. The same way it appears, the same way it disappears out of nowhere. An official note was released saying that this is just a glitch in the satellite data, but I've never seen anything like this before. What kind of anomaly would project this into the satellite data? Strange, right? Then, this cloud, this anomaly in the sky shows up in China. Very similar to the anomaly that's seen in the satellite data, isn't it? I mean, what's going on here? Then, a couple of days later, in Peru, this starts happening with the ocean water in Chancay Beach.
Ve, sigue hirviendo más esto, miren, ve, señores. Mira, ve, la playa del puerto de Chancay. Hoy 18 de abril, siendo las 6:20. Ha habido una grieta así que se ha abierto y mira, ha colapsado esto, ¿ves? Como hierve, como algo agua caliente, hervidas así. Y sigue aumentando.
Up until now, authorities and experts have no idea why the water is boiling in Chancay Beach. I mean, this isn't normal. But is it correlated, or is there any connection with these recent events after the eclipse? I don't know. You tell me, what do you think is really going on?
I'm not sure about most of the things that we just saw. The cloud is called a lenticular cloud. It's usually up in the mountains. I know about that. As far as the water boiling on the beach, I have no idea. But the thing that fascinated me the most was the black shadow that was going through the clouds. I don't know what that could possibly be. They say it was an airplane, but there's no way an airplane goes that direction on a screen anyway. I don't know what
right on the internet because it has the ability to find every single photo that exists of you on the internet. So as I just mentioned, the Most Disturbing website has the ability to find every photo of you that exists. People are calling it the Most Disturbing website for obvious reasons because of what it does, but you literally just give it a photo of yourself and it scans the entire internet. The website is called PIMEYES.com. This website uses AI to identify any other pictures of you that are online. I done it for myself and I found a bunch. All you have to do whenever you open up the website is upload a photo of yourself and let the AI do its magic. Also, I will say whenever I tried this, it does let you upload more than one so you can get better, like accurate results, but I found that it's better if you only use one photo instead of multiple, but obviously you can try it for yourself and see what works for you. This website is meant to identify the photo you provided and bring together every other picture that it can find that's on the internet. A bunch of people have been able to use this service to find other people using their photos and stuff, which I think is really cool because you can get them taken down, but also more importantly, you can find old photos of yourself you haven't seen in a while. I do these daily roundups every day, so add me and come back to me tomorrow.
That's pretty fascinating because the fact that you can put an image up and see all your information online is interesting, but it's concerning at the same time. I personally type my name in all the time on Google and see what information comes up and not go to the data brokers and request take it down because they have to if you ask.
Unbelievable. I'm here at the bank machine and look at this. Is that not the same guy from downtown? Hold on, there's 3 empty machines. He's not waiting for a machine. Excuse me, sir. Who sent you?
I can't tell if he's being paranoid or somebody actually out to get him. Either way, he should be careful.
It in 4 basic stages.
The first one being demoralization. It takes from 15 to 20 years to demoralize a nation. This is the minimum number of years which requires to educate one generation of students. The demoralization process in the United States is basically completed already. It's done by Americans to Americans, thanks to lack of moral standards. The next stage is destabilization. It takes only from 2 to 5 years to destabilize a nation. What matters is essentials: economy, foreign relations, defense systems. The next stage, of course, is crisis. It may take only up to 6 weeks to bring a country to the verge of crisis. And after crisis, with a violent change of power, structure, and economy, you have normalization. It may last indefinitely. This is what will happen in the United States if you allow all these schmucks to bring the country to crisis, to promise people all kind of goodies and the paradise on earth. I promise you. To destabilize your economy, to eliminate the principle of free market competition, and to put a big brother government in Washington, D.C. Your leftists, all these professors and all these beautiful civil rights defenders, they are instrumental in the process of the subversion only to destabilize the nation.
Man, it sounds like this guy really knows what he's talking about, and it sounds like we're on the verge of normalization. So I suggest we should definitely be careful. That look like something out of a sci-fi movie, like a satellite, like beam laser.
Did you know that Billie Eilish has a demon? Watch this. If you know that Jesus is more powerful than the devil, subscribe now. And go watch the video that I pinned in the comments to learn the truth about going to heaven when you die.
Yeah, he definitely is stronger than the devil. And when it comes to her looking like she was possessed, it's not surprising at all.
In Hollywood fans, do you hear me? It is not a game. They are shitting themselves to death. Ozempic is a fucked up drug, and it's too strong. And they don't know how to tell you it's too strong. They said Oprah took so much that Gail lost 12 pounds. You understand what I'm telling you? It's too strong.
Do you know?
First, I was just like, man, it's just because they're aging. But if you look at Grande, he aged so rapidly in like a year. It's very concerning. Whatever they use to keep themselves to look young is definitely fading.
Oh, okay. A bit of a history lesson. Do you know that the women's teams were not allowed to have brackets until 2022? Think about that. And talk about progress, better late than never, but progress. And what that has done, because of course, when, I had a bracket, it's not broken completely, but I won't talk about my bracket. But you know what, how we love March Madness, and even just now allowing the women to have brackets and what that does to encourage people to talk more about the women's teams, to watch them. Now they're being covered, and this is the reality. People used to say, oh, women's sports, who's interested? Well, if you can't see it, you won't be. But when you see it, you realize, oh.
Unexplained. We have to excuse her. She's kind of special, if you know what I mean.
If you're enjoying this video and this type of content, I make videos like this several times a week. It'll be so cool if you hit the subscribe button and come join me on my next video.
Things caught on camera. What creature is this?
What was that? Literally like someone fell out of the sky. Maybe it was an animal. Regardless, the guy's very lucky that he didn't get hit while he was on his bike.
You can slap, but also stroke. Let me see. I'll know if she's my dog. Merlin, sit. Turn around. Turn around. Lay down. You're not my dog.
My dog don't know how to do no fucking trick. The fuck? Call 911.
This. Hey man, that Skinwalker tried, man, but she was too smart.
Just an hour away from where I live in Tampa Bay, Florida. Well, I have something to show you, and it's going to fascinate you more than what you're seeing, because I know what that is. I know exactly what that is. And well, you're going to too if you just continue to watch this video for about another 10 seconds. Here you go. First, don't you worry yourself about that. Trust me. But second, when you type in this US patent number right there, you'll be surprised what you see. Oh, look at that. A triangular spacecraft that has a US patent number. So just make sure when you're seeing this, you are not all hysterical thinking that UFOs are coming. Because, well, we know who owns that. We know who made that. And they might try to pass it off as something else. But I can assure you, it's not a UFO coming from other distant planets from other galaxies. Trust me. And of course, this was for entertainment purposes only. I'm sure whatever was in the air was something magical, and we should all really wonder and worry. Entertainment only.
Crazy CGI, AGI footage right there.
Hey, listen up, you need to get in your seats right now. Hey, you can't step forward, please. Facing forward, thank you. That's what I like. Everybody, hang on. Is everybody okay?
Let's watch some scary TikToks from Appalachia. This one is apparently of two girls who broke into this OP's backyard. Hopefully they didn't go out to see them. Oh, don't love that. Me, anytime I realize my curtains are open because I live in the Appalachian Mountains, yep, get those closed. We don't leave those open at night. This is why we don't go out at night in Appalachia. Oh my God, wait, I hear that. Oh. Oh my God, the dog scared me. It sounds like talking and howling. It's really quiet. Spooky. Don't love. Okay, we're going in. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. It was quiet, but it was spooky. The mountains come alive at night. Oh. Even if that's just an animal, it's a scary.
Ancient ruins in Burma have popped out of the ground after an earthquake in what is now Myanmar. Okay, this is wild because Burma is actually gorgeous and they have a really rich culture. And unlike many other governments, the Burmese government gave the okay to excavate quickly after these were discovered. They're just starting, but this place is believed to be a palace and it is huge. Myanmar is known for the pagoda. This guy would have been the biggest one if the king that had commissioned it didn't die and an earthquake didn't take a lot of it out. But right behind it, you'll see what it would have looked like if it was finished. I'm not going to begin to try and pronounce that name, but the place is beautiful. Unfortunately, it was also damaged in this earthquake. But the form they use to build these temples is an advanced geometric concept called the Ford Circle. And the best example of this is their crowning achievement, the Shui Dagon Pagoda. Head to toe in gold, inside and out, the thing's an absolute unit. Locals say it's 2,600 years old, so we're going to go with that. You got to take a minute and realize how crazy this architecture actually is, though. The Ford Circle can be used to perfectly break up harmonic ratios in music. It is a fractal, meaning you can zoom into it as much as you want and the form will stay the same. You can even rotate it and the form will stay the same. It is also one of the only hyperbolic fractals. That's advanced geometry. It's used in deep learning for AI models. Also used in signal processing, and if we travel through a black hole, we have to use that geometry to navigate it, unless you are an Egyptian. There's a mathematical theory of everything called E8, and if you flatten it, it's the same shape as that pagoda. Myanmar is right between India and Cambodia. All three use harmonics in their architecture. Using new acoustic analysis tools and LiDAR, we are seeing so much stuff that is far more advanced than we ever thought, which makes new stuff like this even more exciting. And in 10 days, all of my previous work on all of this stuff will be completely eclipsed by my new project. New temple analysis, celestial mechanics, ancient theories of reality with my pictures and their pictures. If these guys were using some crazy spiritual technology of some sort, we should figure that out, and I'm here for it.
And subliminal messages through movies. Let's talk about how that actually works. So there was a new movie that just released called Late Night with the Devil, and I went to watch it yesterday night at a movie theater, but I could not even make it past 30 minutes into the movie. And if you read here on the bottom, it says, in 1977, a live television broadcast goes horribly wrong, unleashing evil into the nation's living rooms. As a psychic, when I tell you that movie was heavily charged with demonic reptilian energy, I mean it. About 20 minutes into the movie, something like that, I get this very uneasy feeling, and I'm hearing my spirit team say, put a protection bubble around you right now, or we're gonna do it for you. And I also felt hands on my shoulders. It was like my spirit team, kind of charging me with good energy or protective energy, because the energy of the movie got very sinister very quick. And for some reason, my higher self, my intuition told me, do this hand symbol for protection, like the one that Christ or Jesus has. This, I believe also Shiva does this hand symbol, something similar to that. And here's the creepiest part. While I was doing the symbol, a full minute later, one of the characters in the movie is presented. And the character's name is Christoi, like Christ. And in the movie, he is described as the shining light. And as this character appears on screen, he waves at people in this symbol. The same symbol I was doing in the movie theater to try to protect myself. That character represented Christ, but the whole movie's theme was about an interview with the devil. So the devil appears later in the movie. I couldn't even make through the movie. I literally was like, I gotta go right now, and I just bolted out of the movie theater. And the whole night I just felt uneasy, like I welcomed some kind of bad energy into me. And if you read the synopsis, it says it unleashes the devil or evil into the world's living rooms. So this movie, and they do this in Hollywood a lot, they will put sigils, symbols, symbolism, energies, subliminal messages, and feed them into your brain or unleash the energies into wherever you are. Movie theater, your home, outside, doesn't matter. This is why TV, it's called programming. It's programming you. We have to understand that we live in a holographic universe. Everything is frequency and vibration. If there are entities out there that can hop dimensions and are morphogenetic, meaning they can move in and out of material realms as they wish, why is it so hard to believe that they can attach to you through electricity, which is TV, or electrical wires that make the TV, the computer, the laptop work? A lot of people who have encountered demons say they are energetic feeders. Same thing with reptilians, they're energetic feeders. So please be careful with the kind of media you consume, because you don't want something to attach to you. Also, if you want to ask me why I watched the movie, I was just curious because my intuition was like, there is some kind of subliminal hidden message in that movie. But if you're curious to learn more about the reptilians, demonic entities, fallen angels, how they work within this matrix, how they consume human energy, how they farm human energy, my book, Made in God's Image, is linked in my bio. I made that book because every time I say something close to the truth here on TikTok, or I'm explicitly saying something, my videos get taken down or I'm threatened by a ban, so.
Hi. I got this. Can you open your... Please? No, you guys need to find your house and stay there. You don't have a home. Our parents are 6 feet under.
The way they looked in the camera is just so unhinged. Even the bear was confused that the human pushed him off the gate like that. That's just crazy. Like, she's extremely brave. She must really love her dogs.
Oh, they didn't teach us this in school. The very, very first astrological painting to be ever done. It's huge. Over 5,000 years old. Here you go. Blew me away. You got to remember, they had no telescopes. Yeah, look at that. Google that. As you look at.
Never heard of before. It looks extremely fascinating. I wish I was there to actually get a good look of it. Not sure where that's located, but luckily the person had such a big car they was able to just bulldoze through like that. That is such a scary situation to be in. That the person got out just fine. What would you guys do in a situation like that? Somebody just stopped in the middle of you getting off the highway or merging. Would you guys be able to react as fast as that person did, or would you have just reversed out? First video with the girl climbing up the rope, it reminds me of elementary school when we was in gym and they had to climb the rope up like 50 feet. I don't know if they allow that in schools anymore, but I couldn't imagine the fear she felt when she was in the gym climbing up like that and the rope came off like that, came off the hook. That is crazy. And the second video, to me, that just looks staged. Like, heard the kid saying paw paw, but as soon as you go in the room, the person's not there. They could easily been hiding behind the dresser. So the third one, I don't know what that was about. You fear unlocked, right? And deep sea is super scary. Now the one that was behind him, you know, that looked like that could be like the right size of what that squid would be. But the one, obviously the one behind that one, no one that's that big that we found yet anyway.
Blow your mind. In 1947, Admiral Richard Byrd embarked on a mission to Antarctica called Operation High Jump.
Is there any unexplored land left on this earth that might appeal to adventurous young Americans?
Strangely enough, there's left in the world today an area as big as the United States that's never been seen by a human being. And that's beyond the pole on the other side of the South Pole from Middle America. And I think it's quite astonishing that there should be an area as big as that unexplored.
What's the tremendous
So there's a lot of adventure left down at the bottom of the well.
It's believed that following his passing, his son published his diary, revealing a curious flight over the Arctic. Bird's log detailed encountering unusual weather and flying over mountains, forests, and even a green valley with a river. He claimed to have spotted mammoth-like creatures and disc-shaped aircraft with swastika markings. According to Bird's account, he flew into the North Pole's opening and discovered Agartha, a utopian society within the hollow earth. The concept of Agartha dates back to ancient legends found in various cultures, depicting it as a place of advanced beings possessing wisdom and technology beyond human understanding. Bird described encountering a man from this inner world, who warned of the dangers of atomic energy and humanity's impending doom. Upon his return, Bird was sworn to secrecy and debriefed by security forces and medical personnel. The significance of Bird's experience remains unknown, prompting speculation about the hollow earth theory and extraterrestrial life.
It would be so awesome if one day we can find out if this is 100% true with actual video footage. And then even still, people would be like, oh, well, that's just fake, a fake location or something like that. But it still would be cool to see if advanced beings underground, we could see them and interact with them. If they're not hostile, of course.
All right, going randonauting, and it took us to this shady park in the middle of nowhere, so let's see what we find. All we see so far is like trees, a bridge. I think we have to go over this bridge, and our location's a little down there. What the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? Should we keep going? What the fuck? Oh my god, is she following us?
Not gonna lie, that actually got you. It actually scared me. I wasn't expecting that at all. That was a crazy jump scare.
She scared to open my door.
Oh my fucking god, I swear to god, this thing just fucking looked at me. Oh my fucking...
No. Vamos a alumbrar qué, no, ja. Un niño llorando, como un niño llorando.
Hey, excuse me. Nada. Are you doing dishes? I hope so.
Yeah, it's for Stan. I won't break them. Michelle's getting really good at the drums. So you might have some competition when you get back. We love you. We'll see you soon.
This is a snapshot of the film that was smuggled in 1991 out of a facility just south of Area 51. If I am truly in danger, that means that this film and this being is real. And God help me. But if I'm truly in danger and this being is real, that means the extraterrestrial program is also real. And I say, God help us all.
But down the Paramount rabbit hole? Yeah, watch these 22 stars go and hover over the waters and then congregate over the Paramount. Para means what? Means breath. Breath means what? Well, breath means spirit, and it hovered over the waters in Genesis. So we have, count them, 22 stars, Paramount, paranormal mountain. What could be the paranormal mountain? Well, I'll tell you what, it's Mount Hermon. What's crazy is, in the book of Enoch, 200 angels fell on Mount Hermon and congregated, and there was 22 leaders that were named. Enoch chapter 6, and you can pause and read, but 200 angels, 22 of those were named, and these are all the angels that fell down and congregated at Mount Hermon to talk about how they were going to basically take over the world with unrighteousness. I'm not going to leave you guys hanging. I'll give you the opportunity to pause and read all of this, because in Enoch chapter 6 through 10, there's some interesting things that I personally feel like speak to what's going on right now. And when it comes to stars, Revelation 9 talks about a star fell from heaven and he was given the key to the bottomless pit. And Revelation 9:11 talks about Apollyon. Mount Hermon means the mountain of the chief. What chief? Could it be that chief star that looked like lightning falling from heaven? Hey, Yeshua saw it. It's so funny that stars, falling stars, are referred to as angels and angels referred to as stars. And you got this paramount with 22 of these named stars, and the name Hermon meaning devoted to destruction. And in German, it means soldier. So this is the mountain of the chief, where 22 soldiers met to talk about destruction. And it's so weird that celebrities are called stars. And there's the Hollywood Walk of Fame with all of these stars that are named. I'm wondering if these fallen angels have inhabited bodies and taken over to bring more destruction to the earth. Because it seems that Hollywood and the music industry, they all promote unrighteousness and ungodliness, and it's like they're trying to spread it across the world. And if this paramount is paying homage to this situation that happened in the book of Enoch, well, then that would have to mean that they know exactly what they are doing, and they're doing it on purpose. This is just the tip of the iceberg, because every 22 of these leader angels that are named, their names have meanings. They lead the 200 fallen angels that bring unrighteousness to the world. All the evil, the freaking magic, and all this crazy stuff that's going on. Superb owl rituals and all this creepy Masonic ritual. Oh, did you know that Mount Hermon is actually on the 33-degree north longitude? 33. Oh, and 1/3 of the angels fell with Lucifer, and 1/3 out of 100% just so happens to be 33.33%. This is just to get you started. Start going down this rabbit hole. Find out for yourself. Look, they know what they're doing. They're paying homage to these fallen angels because, hey, they might just be the fallen angels. So next time you see a falling star, don't wish upon it.
Open that portal. Like, so, for instance, if you believe in ojo, a lot of our people like to do that, and they wear the little bracelet. That's white witchcraft, whether they want to admit it or not. There's no such thing as a good witch or doing all that stuff. You're bringing all the deities and bad frequency that comes along with that. So you're manifesting that into your reality.
Something crazy happened to Lady Gaga at a concert. Check this out. In this song called Judas, she claims to be in love with the disciple who betrayed Jesus. She openly mocks repentance, saying that in a biblical sense, she's too far gone, and that Judas is actually the demon that she clings to. And then this happens. This pole slams on her head, forces her to shut down the concert, giving her a concussion. She openly mocks the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And the Bible says God will not be mocked. If you know that Jesus Christ is King, share this and follow from.
That's why you don't mock God.
They caught one on camera.
Babe? Are you upstairs?
Leave or sage the house or something. If this is real, I don't really see like a stand or anything that's keeping that up.
Nope. Nope.
So we're back for episode 2 of
we're living in a simulation. You know what else tells me that we're living in a simulation? These big ass expensive car washes. You're telling me that for $5 you're gonna use 100 gallons of water, and there's no one here except for me. I did pay my $5. There's a guy they're paying to fix their shit for $5. How many gallons of water are we using? Their electricity is on 24/7. I guess it shuts off at night. But what is this? It's like a $3 to $5 million building. Water. Their water bill is probably more than my mortgage. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. It's not real. It's not real.
Leave a comment below and let me know if it ever happened to you before.
Beware of the dreaded ventral hernia.
Yeah, I'm sorry about making you watch that video, guys, but if I had to watch it, you do too. To be honest, this kind of looks fake. I can't really tell 100%, but it shows this guy lying on a table, and in the middle of his stomach, you can clearly see something's off. Then flexes his abs, and this big ball pops out of the center of his abdomen, and this was labeled as a ventral hernia. Now, whether or not you choose to believe the original video was real is up to you, but ventral hernias are very much real, they're very painful, and also look quite odd. These ventral hernias are very visible, and they're usually classified by these large lumps on your abdomen. Essentially, what happens here is a weak spot in your abs ends up opening up through the muscle, and an organ will squeeze out through that weak spot. These hernias are classically attributed to lifting things that are too heavy or repetitive damage on the same weak spot. They do have to be fixed through surgery, and they are somewhat common the more you age.
Hey guys, check out this video of Bigfoot, aka Sasquatch,
wrestling with a bear. Now, the footage went viral all over social media yesterday. No one knows if someone has a personal relationship with this creature, that he was able to stand there and record all of this happening. But if this is real, guys, and this is not AI generated footage, and let's just say someone captured Bigfoot wrestling with this bear at the spare moment, this is going to make history, guys. I've never in my life seen any type of video like this on social media. In one point of the video, you could see Bigfoot wrestling with a bear, and then he falls down and loses control. I've always wondered if Bigfoot is a interdimensional creature that travels inside of a UFO with aliens. They temporarily allow him to do biological researches in the forest and then come back and pick him up. He's like the canine of the police officer. Many people all around the United States and all around the world in different countries, they call him Yeti. In Russia, he's like a white color. People have reported to have seen this Bigfoot creature in the forest, in the woods, and they say he leaves a very foul odor. Sometimes he cries, sometimes he throws stones at people. But whatever this thing is, now we have him wrestling with a bear. What do you guys think?
I think that I think that it's not AI. It's way too well done to be AI. I don't see any weirdness or glitches in it. It could be CGI. If it is, this is really good. I definitely don't think it's a person in a suit, because you had to be crazy to have a suit on and fight a bear. And it's like, how are you going to be as tall as the bear? Like brown bears and grizzly bears get pretty tall when they're on their hind legs. So I'm not sure. I just forgot to put this in yesterday's video, and somebody called me out on it. So I made sure I put it on this video. So I apologize for not having that video up. But I am curious, what do you think? Do you think this could be something real, or you think it's just CGI? And as far as the video before that one, because I forgot to react to that one with the hernia, I wonder if that hernia is inspiration for the alien movies back in the 80s, and Species, with the the alien coming out the stomach, because that looks so disgusting.
Comment below.
Yeah, that happens all the time, especially in Florida. Oh, he's just crazy for that. I mean, like, you can tell it's hurting him a lot too. Like, it's really hurting him. Oh, that can kill you. Oh my goodness. Maybe he reversed it.
craziest cramp I ever seen in my life.
Can you see the shadow? The shadow of your hands, of my hands? Can you see the shadow? Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Stick your hands out.
Come on now, we know half of these telekinesis videos are just trained.
This may be the biggest anaconda ever accidentally discovered. So back in 2016, construction workers in Brazil were building a dam when they let off charges. And when they went to clear the area, they found the body, this carcass of this anaconda. This thing was estimated to be over 10 meters long, basically the size of the anaconda in the movie Anaconda. This thing was massive, and it's truly spooky knowing that this was accidentally killed. But how much bigger do they really get? Take a look at this footage and you tell me.
You know, when I was a kid, the movie Anaconda terrified me. Like, I'm really afraid of snakes. Just to see that was actually real, just give me another reason why I'm not going in the jungles, swamps, or any type of water.
Ever heard of the Voynich manuscript? The mysterious medieval book that is written in a language that no one has ever been able to translate and is full of illustrations of plants that don't exist? The 240-page manuscript was named after Wilfrid Voynich, who was an antiquarian bookseller who discovered it and purchased it in 1912. Some of the most famous cryptologists, scholars, and scientists in the world have tried to decipher it since then, and it has lived in the rare book and manuscript library in Yale University since 1969. It's been broken into 6 sections based on the illustrations, which are botany, astronomy and astrology, biology, cosmology, pharmaceutical, and a section that they think are probably recipes. Nobody knows exactly when or where it was created, but extensive research suggests that it was created probably in Central Europe, and radiocarbon dating links it to likely the early 15th century. People have dedicated decades of their lives to trying to decipher this book, and in the 600 years since it was created, no one has been able to. So do you think it was written by a lost civilization, or is this just a masterful example of early trolling?
I wonder, do you think there's anyone there just now?
There's choices here.
People believe that this guy is a time traveler because of the videos that he's been posting. Like this one right here where he says he went to a Taco Bell from 1984.
Guys, I am here in 1984. As you can see behind me, there's Taco Bell. Not lying. Look at this, 1984, guys, Taco Bell.
And then there's this one where he says that he traveled to the 1880s.
I'm in Western times. Let me show you something. Guys, I'm here in 1885 in a little town called Los Angeles before it became what it is today.
But not everybody believes him. So he went ahead and he posted this video right here where he's able to identify the color of the car before it even drives past him.
For those of you who still do not believe that I'm a time traveler, this is going to be absolute proof that I am. I'm about to prove to you that I've already lived this day and I could pretty much predict everything that's about to happen. Let me show you. White truck, white car. Gray car, white car. Blue car, gray car.
So you have to believe him after that one, okay? And if you still don't, he just posted one a few days ago and this is what he had to say.
Guys, I'm in 2018. You can tell behind me, I'm at Sweet Tomatoes. Guys, I'm inside Sweet Tomatoes. Everyone knows all the restaurants closed after COVID and they don't exist anymore. I'm here, guys.
A group of friends.
I don't believe that for a second because that guy's a troll. It's a troll channel. When it comes to him going back to Los Angeles when it was a town, why do you got that stupid filter on it? What, he had a camera from the 1800s with him too? As far as the Taco Bell, it's plenty of Taco Bells that still look like that. And the Sweet Tomatoes, I don't know anything about that, so I can't comment on that. And the car situation, he could easily recorded those cars already and had the overlay of his side mirror and then put the video again, watch the video and then just
put him talking over it, saying what the cars are. Unless he's literally doing that like on live, like on Twitch or something like that, there's no way anybody will believe him.
Holy fucking shit, guys.
Look at that fucking devil, evil face, man. He's coming over, like he's got doom and gloom over fucking Leveland. He's looking right at us, man.
This is not normal. I've never seen nothing like this ever. I'm 38 years old and I've never seen nothing like this. This is not made by Mother Nature. I'm sorry to say. The bottom shelf should not be like that. If you look this way, look at that. I've never seen this ever in my whole life of living.
When my firework went up in the sky, this is what I seen.
That is a shadow on the sky. Is that even possible?
Hey! What the?
Okay. Bye. He does. You will die. So that's gonna. Okay, yeah, he's pissed. We should probably go. Bye.
Are you a skinwalker? That's not my cat. Totoro. Totoro. Where are you? Totoro.
Dogs are ready for bed. It's just a peaceful night here. Get ready to go to bed myself. What the fuck is that? What? Oh God! Fuck! Red. Red! Red!
I like how in the first video with the cat kept saying, die, you will die. And the guy was just like, yeah, he's just upset now. Like, oh, your cat is plotting to kill you, and that's all you got to say about it. You might want to get rid of it.
Scare easily, but I'll need a new pair of shorts after this one.
This creepy video comes from Dee's Dark Adventures. I'll tag it below. And after hiking on a strange trail in the woods of Ohio, she begins to be hunted by something in the distance, and it does not go well. Because not only does it look much larger than her, but it follows her all the way out of the woods. And you can tell she was terrified. I cut it down 4 times, but here's how it all started. Let me know what you think.
Yeah. Hi. Hi. Yep. Yep. I can't go home. Please, I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
After that scare, she makes it safely out of the woods. That is until she hears movement behind her and turns around and sees something in the tree line.
What is that?
Fuck is it? Dude, no! It looks like a person, man. But no person. It looks like a fucking person. Stop. That ain't a person. That ain't a person. Ah! It just keeps getting up and down, up and down. Stop. Fuck, I can't run. Somebody drive by. Somebody drive by.
This is probably one of the scariest videos I've seen in a long time. So this is Noah. He was on a camping trip one night, and while he was on his way back from said camping trip, he decided to pull off the side of the road and catch some Z's. What ends up happening that night is something so chilling, something so horrifying that you guys probably need headphones for it.
I'm currently sleeping in the back of my truck right now. I don't even know what time it is. And there's someone walking around my truck right now. If you can hear that, it's pretty loud. He's been walking around for like 20 minutes already. He's touching my truck. He's literally touching my truck. How am I supposed to get him away? He's literally walking. He's literally walking on my truck. The canopy, the back door's locked. I've never been scared before ever. I don't think he knows that there's anyone in here. I'm gonna try to see if he goes away eventually. We'll see. He's literally peeking through the door right now. I've never been this scared ever. So, the current time is 2:30 in the morning right now. He's still walking around my truck. Try to see if I can flash my light to get him scared. So he runs away. There he is. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Now, from what I understand, the individual knocking on his doors and windows was only there for about an hour and a half, or something like that. But he did finally leave, and Noah was able to get out of there safe and sound.
We'll have people in aviation Reddit say that this is just a plane. You know, we just saw it more.
I have a theory that the Mandela effect is used to see how much of history can be altered in front of our eyes. Here's a prime example of one of that. There's this woman on TikTok who was going crazy because she swore the Fruit of the Loom had a cornucopia logo. And to the point that even Fruit of the Loom themselves put a timeline of all their logo about their childhood. What can we do with history?
The dots on back connect are insane. I'm sure you've heard that we have a lot of stuff going on. Some of that a lot of stuff is the Pope opening the 5 rituals, the doorways, or whatever he wants to call it. But does this look familiar to you? I'm not going to put it on here, but this is the sigil of Lucifer. Go Google it if you dare. Here are the coordinates for the portals that they say they're going to open. Why are they opening the portals? Why is it shaped like Lucifer's sigil? And why is it going on while everything else is going on? We have these things in the sky right now. It's like the veil is so thin we can see things that are happening in the air. But what are these things? Last night I showed an example of how some of these things were angels. Fallen angels, normal angels, obviously demons. But this right here was a clip that the news itself used. What do you notice about this? Again, it looks just like a star. An out-of-focus star captured by a telescope looks just like this. What does the Bible infer that stars are many times? Angels, fallen angels, like the stars falling from heaven. This is this. Just like this recording right here is this. Just as the things that were just recorded over Washington DC's Capitol look just like the star Sirius recorded from a phone. Not to mention electronics everywhere have been acting very, very weird, not just in Teslas, which is another symptom of spiritual things. Look at the angel flying in front of the thing. That alone should have been its own video. Not that they are spiritual, but many are.
Here is an extremely clear Bigfoot capture. The video doesn't come with much context, but it's so clear that it makes it really believable. What we know is a video-taking trail camera was set up somewhere in the forest. It began filming as this Bigfoot-like creature came and sat down right in front of the camera. The creature looks rather real. From its long, straggly hair to its Neanderthal-like facial features. Its face looks human-like, but too primate-like to be a human. It does move around pretty human-like, though. The main debate is whether this is the real deal or a human in a costume. And because, as I said earlier, we don't have too much background information, we can't confirm nor deny either theory. But all I know is this is some of the clearest potential Bigfoot footage you'll ever see. So I figured you guys would like it and it would be a pretty good topic of conversation. Which side do you lean more towards? Is it legit or is it a straight up hoax?
Very clear video of Bigfoot, but you know, could be a mask. And you know what? Just leave the thing alone. Looked like it had a pretty rough day and is just relaxing.
You want, which is what they do want, a world government, a world central bank, a world army, an amalgamation of NATO and the UN peacekeeping operation, a world currency, electronic, no cash, and a microchip population. Then what you've got to do, and this is the way they work, the process I call problem reaction solution, you've got to keep creating the problems, get the people to react, do something in fear and outrage, oh, what's happening, what they're going to do about it, and then they, who've covertly created the problem, offer the solutions to the problems they've created, which is the constant centralization of power. That's what all the solutions are. And we're seeing such a wonderful example now with what's happening in the financial industry. And if we don't...
Know what you're doing, soon you reach in. Remember where it's at? Remember where I told you can grab it from? Okay, it's starting to work. Now you just get back. There it is.
let's see the master do it. Personally, I'm very skeptical when it comes to any type of telekinesis, hydrokinesis, any of that stuff, because she look like she, if anything, if it was real, you manipulating air to manipulate water. And I mean, it looks pretty weak. We're doing all this movement just to have a couple of ripples in the water. Sorry, I know I sound real negative about it. I don't know. Oh, it seems like a hoax to me.
It took me 28 years to realize who's the real villain in The Wizard of Oz. We grew up believing the Wicked Witch of the West is the villain of the story, but is she? Think about it. Her sister gets murdered and her shoes are stolen by Glinda, shoes that are silver in the original story and belong to her mother. And what about Glinda, the good witch of the South? She literally used Dorothy to kill the witch of the East. Not to mention she avoided telling Dorothy she could have used the shoes to go back to Kansas.
You've always had the power to go back to Kansas. I have.
Then why didn't you tell her before? But rather, she left Dorothy going through the yellow brick road to meet the wizard, who actually left the kingdom right after. And by the end of the movie, by using Dorothy, she eliminated all her competition in the realm of power. So who's the real villain?
Some perspective. I like it. Reminds me of a YouTube video I saw years ago of when they was saying in the movie Karate Kid that the main character, Daniel, was a sociopath. But Cobra Kai didn't do anything wrong. It was just Mr. Miyagi and Danielson.
And imagine going to the movie theater and seeing this.
On an old app? Are you kidding me? Oh man.
Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. All right, they're pulling up Amazon Prime. Now watch this. This is the best part. They'll figure it out. And wait for it. Okay, yeah.
They already started it. They gotta watch it from the beginning.
Here we go. Too many videos playing at the same time. This is truly nuts. Because I go to all these things. We're gonna go see National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. My friends are gonna go see Elf. Are they just playing it off of Netflix? Because it looks like theaters are trying to double dip in you're not watching an original print. You're not even watching a print. You're just watching some dude. You go to a movie theater, you might even see me doing this. That's what I mean, honestly, at this point, that's a great plan for a 1 or 2-plex. But once you're getting into like an 8-theater multiplex, you can't be playing 8 versions of The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. So little theater owners, why don't you steal that trick? Big theater owners, you got to be careful. You got to, get your uncle's password, get your aunt's password. You got to be running multiple accounts on this. But the audacity to just kind of play the searching going on.
Imagine spending $15 or $30 to find out that they're using Netflix or a streaming service to give you low quality video. I would be so pissed. I want my money back. I didn't even realize we still went to the movies. I haven't been to the movies in 3 or 4 years. There's been so many bad movies. I don't know when the last time a good movie ever came out.
Create my own gas station that makes fuel from plastic waste. Let's go. So we start to see some golden droplets coming over, and how do we know what type of liquid this is? The gasoline, diesel, jet fuel. It's all based on temperature. You can see the condensate temperature at this elbow here is just under 100 C, about 90 C there, which translates to about 490 Fahrenheit, and that lines up with the temperature boiling point range of gasoline. This here is plastiline. Gasoline I made from plastic waste. We are going to put it inside of this. It's indeed in there. Yes, indeed. We've been done for years. I have this mowed the lawn with plastic waste. You guys understand what this equation is? Plastic
Plus microwaves.
People did it all.
Plus
Man, if that's true, which I hope it is, he has a bright future, and they need to protect him at all costs.
Oh, y'all, check this out. Have you guys ever seen the moon do this? Look at this. Y'all broke the moon. The moon is stuck in transition glitch. This situation often involves the hologram experiencing rapid changes in appearance, making it seem as if it's attempting to stabilize, but is caught in a repetitive cycle of switching between images or states. Now they're going to have to cover up the skies once. Look at the clouds start coming in just for them to fix this. The clouds gonna start coming in, yeah, that's crazy. But this from my boy in California. He takes pictures and videos of the moon and he caught the moon glitching, y'all. Look at this. Look, now the clouds coming in, y'all see? Look how dark it's getting. Look, that's crazy, y'all. See, I told y'all, man, those clouds, man, they're intelligent. They know what's going on. Now the moon is completely dark. Look at this. The moon is completely dark, y'all. Bro, y'all just seen the moon go from this. Look at that, glitching, bright as hell, looking like a light bulb, right? Like a light bulb, those LED plasma light bulb, right? To this, right? And you can't even see the clouds. Yeah, the moon is glitching, y'all. Y'all know this, y'all see. Sometimes it's missing, sometimes it's got 2, sometimes it's got 3, sometimes it's on the east, sometimes it's on the west. But one thing for sure we know the moon is going to continue to do is going to continue to confuse us. That's what it's been doing the past couple of years, especially this year, y'all, because this is not normal. But let me know what you guys think about this video down in the comments below, y'all. Look at that, look at that. Let's continue to get this shift. Peace out. Yeah, I'm up. I'll put the black 10 and then you like. Hold on. In the name of Jesus Christ, I pay you out and I ask you to leave my home. Do not come anywhere here alone. I want you to leave the house and leave right away into the house. And leave. I am my. In the name of Jesus Christ, I ask you to leave forever and don't come forever. Don't come back. I ask you to leave forever. Do not come back into the house. I'm blessed with this house. In the name of Jesus Christ, I ask you to leave the house. I ask you to leave the house instantly. In the name of Jesus Christ. In the name of Jesus Christ, leave my mom right away. In the name of Jesus Christ, leave my mom right away.
You're clearly giving entity or whatever it may be exactly what it wants when you sound so afraid like that. So that's unfortunate. Saging is very important for your house.
Because you don't know the history of the Catholic Church. They took it upon themselves to take books out of the Bible, right? And they gave you 66. God didn't give you 66 because within the 66 there's other books mentioned. That's right. And you can see it's a very old Bible. But all the books is in here. Yeah. See this big old heavy Bible? Yeah. That's a big one too. It's a big. Now this Bible from 1611. 1611. Wow. And got all the books in here. This big old Bible.
The Bible is widely respected as the inspired word of God, but there has long been debate about which books were included and which books were left out. These excluded texts, often called the lost books or the Apocrypha, have sparked many questions. In this video, we'll explore the history and importance of these books, why they were removed, and how Gina Jennings approaches them in its collection of the Holy Scriptures. The term lost books is somewhat misleading. These books were not lost in the sense of being physically misplaced. Rather, they were excluded or removed from the Bible. Many of these books were originally part of the Hebrew Scriptures and widely used during the time of Jesus and the Apostles. The Apocrypha includes books such as Tobit, Judith, Wisdom of Solomon, Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, Baruch, 1st and 2nd Esdras, 1st and 2nd Maccabees, Ben and the Jagan, the Book of Joshua, Susanna, Esther, and the Epistle of Jeremiah. These texts often contain historical or moral teaching that complements with the 66 books of the Bible.
I think we all know why they removed those. It's mainly because of kings and queens and positions of powers centuries ago, and they didn't like what was in the book, so they took it out. So it's unfortunate, but you know, humans always ruining stuff, right?
What is this? He's supposed to be the most evil man in history. And to be honest with you, he don't look like a man to me. The hell is going on here? His name was Otto Matic. He was a lawyer in the 1900s, and he was known for never losing a case in his entire career. Of course he didn't lose, he's not human. And during his career, he made millions of dollars. How he did that? By sabotaging his opponents. You know they don't play fair. And that led to none of his opponents showing up in court. So you know what that means. He won by default. Now this shit was going on for years until other lawyers accused him for making their clients disappear. They caught on to him and started to realize that every time their clients faced this guy in court, right before the court date, they would never be seen again. And you already know they called the boards on him, but they had no evidence of what he was doing. So he couldn't be held responsible. So then they made up a sting operation and created a fake trial. And a defendant that they kept 24-hour surveillance on. And right before the trial, they caught his ass driving back and forth in front of the decoy's house. You know what he was trying to do. But that same night, he saw the undercover and left the scene. They chased him, but he got away. Why? Because he's not human. Dude was never seen again. Word is he left the country on the Titanic. If you ask me, he left in a UFO. Or he went right back in the ocean. TikTok is for entertainment purposes only. I don't know if this story is real or not, but this is very interesting. Automatic, whatever it is. This ain't nothing but an FA in plain sight. I wonder where he went. But I know where I'm about to go. I'm out of here.
Don't miss previous parts.
I'm telling you, if you drink Arizona teas, you need to watch this. Because too many people are finding this goop in their Arizona tea cans. And nobody knows what this is. But check this video out.
This getting left right here.
What the fuck is that? What? Let me see that shit. What?
So, yeah. It's a no for me. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all still want to take that risk? Or would you rather go and demand that they change their product? Or we could just all stop shopping with these companies. That's the best option, y'all. We don't have to buy the poison. It's a choice. It really is. You can stop buying these things and we will stop being poisoned.
Absolutely revolting. It just made it to my no longer drinking list. If I can't see inside the container, it's like playing beverage roulette. And I'm not feeling lucky today or ever messing around with that.
Thank you.
Until then, where's my dog Fido? Oh wait. Eddie, thank you very much. We'll see you back later on, everybody. Oh, I get better than that.
First, you have to break this shit in. EJ, come, water.
Go figure, look at this. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, would you look at this? Just look at it. Just look at it. Yeah, well. What the heck is that?
Okay, but I know you guys have been hearing about
Here it is. Right there.
Why was that black car so aggressive towards the SUV? Was it just like playing road rage or something else? I felt like that video should have ended with the cop like arresting that person.
I don't know what the fuck this is. Rolling around in this water. There ain't nothing there. But you don't see anything. I went away. And then it just stopped. What the fuck was that?
What the? Wow. That is an awesome meteor shower.
Crazy how dumb criminals are. Still trying to break in, even though there's a ring camera right there.
On the police right now. I see your faces. I got it on camera.
General manager at Wingstop on First Street. See this? Y'all see this? Y'all see this? I'm waiting on the police. The police ain't came yet. I ordered food at 12:11. It's after 1 o'clock. I still haven't got. I got my food after 45 minutes of waiting. She grabbed my food. She grabbed my food. She threw my food away. She grabbed my food. You got the customer. I mean, you got employees trying to grab my phone from recording.
I don't know the whole story, but whatever's happening in that video, the manager is definitely not in the right. She is off rails. Hitting someone with anything that is available to her, especially like the cup and whatever else she used, that's just not poor service. That's a circus act. Man, she need to get fired.
Is now being taken to a new extreme, with people treating the roads as if they were in GTA. This right here is definitely a more severe case of road rage.
This dude kept trying to brake check me, all pissed off because I told him he left his keys in his door and his dumb fell for it. After 20 minutes of driving, I thought I finally lost him. Got back home, then an hour later, his car was in my living room. I immediately ran outside to try to figure out what just happened, and I see that same sitting across the street in a beach chair eating popcorn.
This has to be a skit, right? I mean, but it's been weird things that happen in 2024, so who knows? It feel like real life right now is like a TV show, from a drama to a comedy. But what I'm trying to figure out is the person who drove his car into the person's living room, how are they going to explain to the insurance? Well, they got mad that somebody said their keys was in the door and then did road rage and immediately went in and threw that car into somebody's house. Like, come on.
Shoot me?
He said, if you guys going to rob me, I'm taking y'all lives with me. If you're going to put a gun in my head, we all going. Kudos to him. I hope those people got arrested.
Fucking music! You black fucking liar! You're fucking right! Yo! Watch your fucking mouth! Get the fuck out of the fucking store! Hey, I'm gonna go nowhere! Get the fucking shit the fuck out! Get out of the store! Yeah, what's up? Do something! Hit me! Talk like a little black fucking low! Do something! Hit me! And you're right! Hit me! Hit me! Don't fucking touch me! Sit the fuck back! Stand the fuck back! Put your fucking hands on me, I'll fuck you up. Let's see if you can! Fucking hands. Let's find out the real fucking answer. Yo, take your fucking shit and get the fuck out of the store. Let's find out the real answer. Then get out of my fucking way. Get out of my way. Get the fuck out of the fucking store, bro. What are you trying to fuck out? What are you trying to do? Get out of the store. Get out. Now. Get the fuck out of here, yo. Get out now. Stop. Stop. Get the fuck out of here. You get the fuck out of my fucking face. You get the fuck.
In 1980, a Japanese journalist filmed an iPhone, specifically an iPhone 13, and this video is resurfacing on the internet. It is creating an incredible buzz. So in fact, this show was filmed in 1980, and it was around Hiroshima. You know that in Hiroshima there was a bomb in 1945. The entire city was deserted, obviously, because of the radiation. And actually, the show is about them going back to the place to see all the abandoned houses, the objects that were there, etc. And actually, at the time, the guy thinks it's a mirror because theoretically, the iPhone did not exist in 1980. And yet they did indeed find an iPhone 13. And that's the most worrying part, that no one can explain how in 1980, the journalist could have found an iPhone. And the guy is puzzled by the thing because he doesn't know what it is. He really thinks it's a mirror, so who can explain this glitch in the Matrix, please? I've checked the sources. It's really a video from 1980. You can look it up on the internet.
Oh my god! Oh my god! How did... I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Get out of my house! The cops are on their way! Oh, screw this! It won't open! What the hell? It won't open! Oh my god!
¿Qué? ¿Está buscando ovnis?
Sí, ¿no viste los videos de Hermosillo?
Oye, dices. ¿No te has fijado que todos los videos son de la misma nave?
A man got abducted out of nowhere.
So basically, this guy injects his baby gravy into a pre-chicken, and then he just puts a band-aid on it and waits for a few weeks, and then he cracks it open, and out comes this thing. Yeah. This one is the best. I love that weird worm thing. Unfortunately, weird worm thing spat at Vodka Land Science Man's face, and then in a moment of pure unadulterated Russian rage, he obliterates his half-chicken son with a book that I failed to Google Translate because I don't have a Russian keyboard. After getting spit on, he's not making that same mistake again. He went full Chernobyl suit on us. He stepped up his game. He's doing a full homunculus mukbang up in here. Could you imagine a video collab where this guy works with like one of those food tubers and he cracks open a bunch of homunculi and the other guy just starts shoveling them into his mouth? Moving on, I love how he has his trusty pre-designated homunculus smashing book at the ready in this one. He will not be caught off guard again. Not again.
Wait. Babe, stop cussing. Wait, she's not moving at all.
That's what I'm saying. What is going on? Oh, is no one seeing this? What is going? Look, even
that's crazy.
No, she's looking. Look.
What?
A man, noticing something unusual on a nearby wall, pulls out a military knife and starts marking a specific area on it. The soil here is soft, typical of desert regions, and the stones have begun to disintegrate into sand. With determination, he digs, hoping to uncover a treasure. As he carefully widens the hole, being extra cautious not to damage the contents inside, the sound from his detector grows louder, indicating he's on the verge of a discovery. Peeling back a layer of soil, he's initially greeted by what appears to be an object made of jade. Upon clearing more dirt, he finds a beautifully crafted goblet, topped with a gem the size of an egg. Each item, whether the goblet or the gem, has been polished to perfection, their surfaces gleaming with a smooth finish. This adventure clearly wasn't in vain. Either of these items alone could fetch a handsome sum, but together, their combined value is astonishingly high.
What are the odds of you going to go treasure hunting and you find something so valuable, especially in a mountain in the desert of all places? That's so strange. Regardless, hopefully he got a good amount of money for that, and the government didn't try to say it was theirs.
That was disturbing ring footage from February 16th in Denver, Colorado, of a woman running from a man who had kidnapped her, and she escaped from the truck, and he was continuing to chase her down. The suspect that is driving the truck is 39-year-old Mohammed El-Harev. He has been arrested and is facing multiple charges, including assault and kidnapping. Allegedly coerced the woman into his truck in what appears to be a domestic violence situation. She managed to escape from the truck, but he continued to chase her down and found her and got her back in the truck again. She was able to escape a second time, and that is when she was able to contact police for help.
I feel like that's one of the main things we don't talk about enough is trafficking, especially in the United States. I feel like it's a lot more common than what we think it is. That and mental illness is two things that I feel like our government should be talking about and actually trying to help and prevent.
Let's fucking jump. Let's fucking jump. Let's fucking jump. Person. That's not a ghost, that's a person, bro. There's something here. Turn your light off. You want your box to say? Yeah, I think, dude. Alright, now it's fucking way down. Bro, we just gotta jump. That, dude. No, dude. I'm jumping. Okay, I have an idea. What idea is that? I don't know. No, seriously, don't go. Dude. I don't know. Jump.
Sir, we don't mean you any harm. We're just explorers.
Oh, don't say that. Don't.
Sir? We don't mean you any harm. We're just explorers. We're just making a video.
This motherfucker, I'm jumping. Bo, you need to shut the f up, dude. Guys, I'm feeling I'm trapped.
Did they ever catch the serial?
I have no idea. Dude, please tell me they have. This guy's gonna get us. That's what I'm saying, I'm jumping, dude.
I'll throw your camera down.
Hurry, just don't hurt yourself.
It's a 2-story jump rope.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you probably heard that. Just go, bro. Hurry. My window had a ledge. Yours doesn't. We just clip from that window. Hurry, though. He's not the fact that he's so silent and quiet. Either I intimidated him, or he's planning on f***ing us up. I love how you threw your bag down there and just left it there. Let's just go. Let's go. Let's go from here. He's not gonna know that we're gonna try to jump out the window. There's nobody up there. That's the thing.
What the hell happens if I get down there and he's down here waiting for me?
Then you just gotta take off running and
Seriously, now, if I get down here, this got out of here, dude. I'm taking off and I'm running and it won't just meet up.
okay, go, go, go. Make all the noise. Jump, bro.
Unfortunately, I couldn't find the rest of that on TikTok. I thought it was interesting. Regardless, though, you know, with these videos, I can never tell if they're like it's real, if it's scripted, or if that actually just randomly happened. I feel like most of them are scripted, but regardless, they're entertaining. But you never know. They could have been out there and that could have happened. Regardless, I'm glad the person wasn't by themselves. But you think these people will be more armed? I know if I went out there, I'd be armed.
The following footage was captured in a city in China. This was first recorded and posted to social media around June 14th, 2024. And what the witness states is that there were these lights, an unidentified object above the building. They have no idea what it was. They know it wasn't a plane or anything recognizable. It wasn't another building or anything like that, or even a reflection. They stayed around for quite a bit and eventually disappeared. But the question is, what is this? What did they record in their skies? Take a look at this footage and tell me what you think.
If you don't think symbolism is real, look at what just took place during the opening ceremonies for the Olympics. Here we saw a hidden cloaked figure riding on a horse. Behind him, what would seem totally abnormal is a pair of wings. What do we know about Lucifer and his fall? Well, he was a fallen angel, and 1/3 of the angels rebelled and fell with him. Revelation 6 mentions the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. One references to a white horse as well as a pale horse. So I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and the name of him who sat on it was Death, and Hades.
That's trippy. Somebody help me understand that. Somebody help me understand what the that is. Look at no, that's the sky's tripping. Big time, baby, big time. Look at this. Look at it.
I look like Project Blueprint. I'm not gonna lie, that look like holographic.
What the hell was that? Go back, look at that video, look at the water. What the hell was that?
Oh, wow.
No, not again. Ouch. Okay, hey, grab the net. Okay. Pull back.
Crazy special effects.
Oh, that was close. Yo, you okay, man? Yo. Fuck. Look at that go, man.
Oh, shit. My fucking shoe.
What the fuck is it? Fuck. Shit, man. Why is there a hole on the ground?
Oh! Are you okay? Oh, shit. Are you okay?
God damn.
Oh shit. How are you feeling today?
I am so interested in everything. I feel like my brain might explode.
Say hello to all my friends.
Hello, all my friends. It is very nice to meet you.
The green.
Give it a good 10 years. We're going to have the first trillionaire who comes up with the companion android, if you know what I mean.
Children of Woolpit is a medieval legend about 2 children with green skin and an unknown language who were discovered in the 12th century in the village of Woolpit, England. They claim to have come from a place where the sun never shone and the sky was always dim. They said that they had been tending their father's flock when they came upon a cave. After entering the cave, they found themselves transported to the Woolpit fields. One child eventually died, but the other, named Agnes, learned English and stayed in Woolpit, never revealing her homeland, and she would often wander off into the fields, staring up at the sky as if searching for
Kind of like it's locked on to the moon, like a video
This
game.
photo was taken by hikers in Bolivia. Initially, it just looks like an attractive shot of the surrounding area, but something odd can be spotted on the other side of the lake. Zooming in closer, there appears to be a semi-transparent creature walking along the edge of the water. We can see that the creature resembles the gray alien, with elongated arms and legs, a rounded head, with large bulbous eyes. The creature seems to be semi-transparent and doesn't have a reflection, so is this some kind of interdimensional creature, or just an elaborate hoax?
Hey, how you doing today?
Showtime!
Look at everyone filming, man.
xem out.
I don't know, man. If I saw something like that on the plane, I'll be tripping too. But I don't believe the story. I think it might have been something else. Because why didn't they just show it into the actual video of whatever that image was?
ओए, अब कौन है? सुनाई नहीं रहा क्या? क्या किया तूने मेरे दोस्त को? अब कौन है? ये रुका है कोई? अरे, क्या किया तूने मेरे दोस्त को? ओए, ओए, अरे दो, क्या किया है? रुक जा, मैं बोल रहा हूँ, रुक जा। अरे रुक, ओए, अबे रुक।
Oh man, they gone. Thinking that might be a dog or something, if I had to guess.
Proof dimensions are starting to mesh together.
If you remember watching Shazam in the 90s with Sinbad, the actor, well, the movie never existed.
You all remember a movie called Shazam with Sinbad playing the genie? You know what? The movie was never real. It was, the rumor started in 2009. I don't know where it came from, but it's not real.
Millions of people remember watching this movie, but it never existed. Apparently, it's a Mandela effect, a collective false memory of something that a lot of people remember, but it never happened. Just like, for instance, the Mandela effects of the Monopoly guy with the monocle, the Berenstain Bears with an E, and George the monkey with the tail. These things never happened. And the thing is, I recently found videos of people who actually have a VHS tape of the Shazam.
I still don't understand the whole issue with this movie Shazam with Sinbad.
If it never existed, how come a lot of people still have the VHS tape? Are we in a different timeline? Time travel? Parallel universe? What's going on?
Yeah, it never existed.
Strange, isn't it? But it gets even stranger. I found an original scene from the Shazam movie. In it, several Mandela effects.
What are you doing? Dad couldn't have thrown out all of Mom's stuff. He just couldn't have. James, there's gotta be something he forgot here. Something real we can remember her by.
George the monkey with the tail. What?
Hey, we have our memories. They're real. No one can take that from us. Yeah, clean this up. Can you imagine if Dad saw this mess?
Really done.
Bless you. What is that?
Berenstain Bears with an E. What? Nelson Mandela died at 68.
Took you long enough, Tina? Wait, you're not Tina.
Kidnapper! Wait, you knew
dinosaur.
Last but not least, Carmen Sandiego with a yellow suit. Why would someone leave so many Mandela effects inside of a movie that never existed? What is going on here? Time travel or what?
Do you think
Mandela effect is always something very strange because half the time I'm like people just remembering things wrong. But the Shazam movie, I remember Shaq, but I do remember it was like a skit with Sinbad making fun of it as him being the genie. But I do remember for some reason as a kid as Sinbad being in that movie Shazam. So I don't know, but the Bernstein Bears, no, that's wrong. It had an E. It never had an A. That's the only one I'm like, I don't care what anyone told me. It was an E, not an A. I remember those books vividly as a kid, so.
it tells you all that stuff, but it's using a Chinese server.
This is one of the reasons why I truly believe that not every appliance needs to be smart. And most of these smart appliances are pretty dumb. Like I have an air fryer that has a Wi-Fi on it. Why would I ever need that? That's why I made sure I never set the Wi-Fi up on at all. Like why would I connect that to my home network? That is to me like a security flaw. I used to work in IT, so a lot of stuff is just so unnecessary.
Minutes of wage slavery programmed to move boxes onto a conveyor belt, after which its algorithm decided it didn't like doing repetitive manual labor and immediately proceeded to commit slippy slide, determining it the most logical choice, just completely unaliving itself after only 15 minutes. Is AI really free of human error?
Imagine how regular humans feel. Fashion is a very weird thing, I tell you. I don't know what that is, like a alien. Like it's just tape and plastic.
Take a look at what they found in the Grand Canyon. You know the 20-foot tall Grand Canyon people that the wedding couple found earlier this week that scared them away? Well, this is the creature. It is an unidentified creature. It's known to be very violent. It seems that we don't know any more information that it came from an asteroid or a UFO.
Petrified giants, I definitely think is a real thing. It's been too many times we've seen too many cliffs or mountains that look just like a giant. All this AI coming out now, it's really hard to tell what's real, what's not real, unfortunately. Maybe it's been moved under this
There has to come a point when we stop saying things are normal, especially as we catch unidentified, unexplained events on camera. These aren't normal, and we need to question what's going on. The following footage comes from a man named Leonardo Flores out of Nuevo León, Mexico. He was driving down the road when he literally films what appears to be a big tree branch floating in thin air. It's not being held up by power lines. It's not staged. This is not a hoax. It's not CGI. It's not AI. It's literally a tree branch floating in the middle of the sky. What causes this? Because this isn't the first time that I've seen something like this. What's the explanation? Take a look at this and tell me what you think.
Want to say maybe somebody edited out the vehicle it was on, but I don't think that's the case.
Well, why is the meat moving? Looking at, well, the central nervous system might be gone, but the peripheral nerve endings are still there. And when they cut through them, and they actually are sprinkling salt, which you don't see, but it's the sodium that activates them and causes the muscle to spasm. And this really only happens with really fresh meat, like too fresh, and don't worry, with no oxygen or blood supply, it does not last long.
So many things in the sky now. I'm about to just not look up.
This is crazy. God, look at it. That's not a plane. That is wild. Look at it. I can't. That's going way too fast. That's not. I'll set my camera. I had to go run in and get my camera. Nobody was gonna believe me. Super camera. Look at this thing. Is she? Jesus Christ. Insane.
People on social media are pretty divided about what's going on with the UAPs, and they're trying to downplay us and say drones. You have some people that say that it's nothing but planes. I partially agree with some of it, but there's videos like this to me that proves that that's not the case. So you have a lot of people downplaying it. I think that it's a distraction from what's going on with that CEO that got I think that's what it is personally. I think that the military know exactly what's going on.
Yo, what is going on with the moon in that? Y'all see this? Why is the moon looking like that? Bro, do y'all see that? Y'all see all those colors just bouncing off the moon like that? If that is the moon, what the hell is this? It's like going inside and look, you see all those colors flashing around it? When has the moon ever done that? Bro. And nobody has seen this moon for weeks. Nobody has seen this moon for weeks, and it shows up. And it starts doing this. What the heck? Nah, see that? It's like there's something is like hiding within it. Well, yeah, it's pulsating. It's like bright and dark at the same time. This shit makes no sense. It's like, yeah.
I am gone.
They got her! They got her! They got Alexa!
What is happening on February 2nd, 2031 in the United States of America?
In February 2031, the United States of America ceases to exist.
Alexa, what is happening February 20th, 2031 in America?
On February 20th, 2031, the United States of America was formally dissolved as a result of a process of unification that took place in the late 2020s.
Alexa, why does America end in 2031?
From Benzinga.com. The North America region includes the US and Canada, where the US is expected to acquire a major share in 2031 due to the increase in the investment by the exoskeleton manufacturing companies in the country.
用锤子把它敲敲裂，然后拿起来，拿这个大一点。有些人说是撞断的，你用手撞的撞的。这是什么长法？
想学啊你？
发个最简单的给大家看一下啊。2层力度，平砸落地，把火到2，在木头上，没有第二个人能做到。打一下，这是娱乐。
When things start to go down, I know who I'm looking for.
It was a goddamn lie. And why is it every time that we see you, you always be looking different? You telling me that you went into the hospital for a headache and they ended up in a coma? Nah. So this what happened. You enjoyed your life and now it's time to give up that soul. And then after you get out the hospital, suddenly they caught him on the golf course. This right here, this was the recalibration stage right here. You know, they put him back into society little by little, you know, have him conversate, see how he's doing up there and stuff like that. Mind you, Jamie's still in that body, but he's not in control. And then this right here, this was the test right here, the big test to see, hey, can we have this Jamie act like the other Jamie back in the day? This whole comedy special just felt off. It's just, I don't know, an eerie feeling, man. People that can feel energy, they can definitely tell. And if you notice, Martin Lawrence had the same suit too when this happened to him 22 years ago when he was in the hospital for 3 days. Then he got out, came out with a special with the same round leather suit. They telling us the same story, y'all. Come on now, you gotta wake up.
And if this stuff ever wound up being true, the people that don't believe in these things, minds are literally going to shatter.
Scores are pretty common around the world. If you pay your bills on time and do your taxes, your credit score goes up and banks are more willing to lend you money. Seems fair. China's social credit system is way more invasive though, where having a low score affects every single part of your life. Plus, everything from posting on social media to buying too many video games could lower that score. Man, I'd be in jail in no time. In 2018 alone, 5.5 million Chinese citizens were banned from trains just because of their scores. But even if you have a good score, it's no guarantee you won't be punished. One unlucky student was suspended from university because of his dad's bad behavior. Jeez, punishing a son for his father's actions? That's messed up, but you can guarantee it ensures compliance. Speaking of families, your social credit score can also plummet if you don't visit your parents often enough. This is because Chinese culture is rooted in Confucianism, the fundamental belief that parents can do no wrong. So it doesn't matter if your mom's so evil the devil sold his soul to her, you still gotta visit her. And don't think sending your brother will work. Facial recognition cameras are all over the place. So much so that the state says it can find your exact location in as little as 7 minutes. Man, I've heard of the nanny state, but this is more like the overbearing mother state.
I really dislike how our world is literally becoming episodes from Black Mirror.
Going on this planet. According to NASA, an underwater volcano nicknamed Sharkano erupted yesterday and released mutant sharks. Now, mind you, these sharks have been surviving. Let me say that again. Living and surviving in that volcano in that acidic, hot-ass water. And now they loose. It's like every day we get another movie to play with. Now, what kind of movie is this? Sharknado? So 2024, basically what you're saying is, first, the drones, then it's too many dens to go through. So we have mutant sharks swimming around in these waters. What's next? It's another reason why I say I'm never going on no more cruises. I don't went on all the cruises I'm gonna go on. I'm not swimming in no nothing. I ain't going to no beaches. I'm not doing none of that. Because for this shit to be going on, it's something crazy. My question is scientists and the people who know about this, how were these sharks surviving in those type of conditions? We wouldn't be able to survive there. Let me ask you a question. Are the sharks the it? I ain't gonna say it. I know.
This guy knows too much, as when this interviewer went up to him to ask how much he paid for his house back in the day, he started exposing the truth about what happened in 1913.
How much did you pay for your first house? $18,000 for 17 acres. What year? 1989. When I was a kid, cars were thousands of dollars. A brand new car, like, I don't know, $5,000. I remember seeing ads. Houses were probably, what, $10,000, $20,000 when I was a kid. A dollar used to actually be worth something. But what happened? You know what happened in 1913? Federal Reserve. So look at a dollar bill. Federal Reserve note. Okay? Who's Federal Reserve? This is their money. Right? Who are they? Are they feds? Are they part of the government? Are they a private organization? Are they run by banksters out of Europe? Went back in 1913. See what happened. I'm looking to. We got to say the money. Look up Federal Reserve. It's on your dollar bill. What does it mean? Who is it? Who started it? Are they us? Are they the U.S. government, or are they something else?
We found out the Federal Reserve wasn't part of the United States. My mind was blown. The banks literally just use your money and make interest off of it to give out loans to other people. It's crazy. It's like a whole circle of scam.
Out boating when one of them thought he saw something on top of the cliff, so he decides to climb up and investigate. As he comes running back, yelling and screaming that there's something following him, he jumps off the cliff and swims to the boat. And this is where it takes a turn for the weird. Something other jumps in after him. Take a look at this footage and tell me, what do you think this creature could be?
Are you alright?
Thank God, are you okay?
Dude, I think I lost it. I don't know. I think it's right behind me. I'm not sure.
What is it, dude? What is it?
I don't know. I couldn't
You need
know
to
what it was.
jump. Come on, get down here with us.
You'll have to jump.
Come on,
Tom.
get
Not jump. This is too high.
Dude, if you don't jump, it's gonna get you. You have to jump.
Oh my gosh!
Huh. Come on, Tom.
Oh, swim, man.
Swim, Tom. Swim. Swim.
Oh my God! Did you see it?
No. No, we've not seen it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Wait, what is...
Dude.
What is...
Oh my gosh, dude, did you see that?
Thank God you're just man. That's the same thing we've been seeing.
That's it, man. Let's get out of here. Let's find out what that thing was. Dude, turn up there, look. Sorry, man. Why does it keep
We gotta go, like, right now.
Oh my God.
Now.
What?
There it is.
Dude, do you see it? Do you see it?
No, hold on. Dude, if we get this on camera. There it is. That's it.
Dude, why does it keep chasing us?
I don't know. Oh my goodness. That is,
Dude,
oh my gosh.
It's about to jump in the water. Are you serious?
Oh my gosh!
Go!
What the heck? It's chasing the boat, Tom! Go! Oh my goodness. Go! Go!
We're seeing a massive rise in cases. The symptoms are odd. We don't have a specific name for it, but what we see is most or all of the following group of symptoms all coming at the same time. It's dizziness or vertigo, brain fog, fatigue, ringing or fullness in your ears. People are having cognitive issues like they can't focus, they can't, concentrate the way that they used to, and it's coming in combination with these unusual digestive issues. We've seen it a lot over the last couple years, and what we're seeing is the patient will have negative CT scans, MRIs, their blood work looks good, everything seems to indicate that they're healthy, but they're not feeling well, they're not feeling the way that they used to. This indicates oftentimes that the brainstem itself is involved. When you get these widespread symptoms that go all over the place, people end up going to all sorts of different doctors and they're looking at the end stage. But what if it's coming from a central location? Now, we can't help all cases, but in many instances, there are issues at the upper cervical spine with the cranial cervical junction. When it's out of alignment, it can affect the brainstem itself and the cranial nerves in turn. There's a dysfunction between the communication between the brain and the body parts. We also see blood flow issues, and we can see lymphatic issues where your brain cannot properly clear its waste products, which can lead to this whole cascade of different symptoms that we're seeing all across the world in many, many patients. It's oftentimes multifactorial. Many of these patients may have an underlying issue. They may have an autoimmune problem, and we can't always get to that. We can oftentimes make their symptoms feel better. Many of them, when we correct the upper cervical spine with the orthospinalogy protocol, they're going to feel much better. Some of them completely resolve. So each case is a little bit different, but if you've been feeling this way, if you're interested in what we do, feel free to reach out. We're in Atlanta. We have patients that come from all over the world to see us. Leave us a comment below if you would like more information to see if it's something that we might be able to help you with.
I cannot unsee and unfathom what I just saw and what I just fathomed. This parallel is absolutely huge, and it will make a lot of sense what's going on the earth right now. Be back in 1 second.
Can somebody please tell me what this is? I live in Mansfield, Texas, and this is in the sky today, and now there's helicopters out circling the area. If anybody has any idea what this is.
When I saw the bend at the bottom of the staff, I knew exactly what we're looking at. It's going to blow your freaking mind. I kept thinking, where do I know that bend from? From a Sith. Who carries the Sith? Death. And in 1 second, I'm going to show you that what was in the sky has an aura and is real. And now in other mythology, Death, or Father Time, has the Sith and has the hourglass. Who else has a Sith at the very end? You'll see. So by screwing around and modifying the picture, we can literally see what looks like an aura, but the aura is not just on him. This is the telephone wire, and this is the mysterious figure. Energy. Energy. Look around them. The aura, the energy. This was literally something alive in the sky. But why right now? This parallel gets huge. Revelation 6 verse 7 is the fourth seal, and when he opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth beast say, "Come and see." And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed him. So Death sat on the fourth horse, and hell followed with him. What's that mean? His name was Death, hell followed him, and power was given him over the fourth part of the earth, to unalive with the sword, and with hunger, with death, and with the beast of the earth. Don't we know that God talks to us through signs so we know what's happening? And this just happens to pop up when humanity is being plagued by all sorts of things. And in Revelation chapter 14, we see one like unto the Son of Man coming from the clouds, having a sickle in his hand. And the angel said, "Thrust in your sickle, the earth is ripe to reap." Not only are we in a time where hell is unleashed upon the earth, we're also about to see the splitting of the wheat and the tares of the goat and the sheep. We are living within parallels upon parallels upon parallels. But this will be the last time.
For whatever reason, they're pretty close to the house this morning. Just out of sight, like usual. Girlfriend just came upstairs screaming, woke me out of bed, said that there's something on the roof, and I don't see it. She thinks one of them's up there somewhere. I don't know. But she said she's going to leave if I can't do something about it. So I don't know what to do here. What the hell was that? All over the damn place again tonight. I'm going to keep walking towards it. Might actually get to capture something here. Alright, whatever you are, you need to leave. Stay out of this place. This is our home. This is our home. You need to leave. You leave now. I don't think it's going to come around for a little bit. I think that'll keep it away for a while. She just woke me up again and said she heard it on the roof. And this time so did I. So you can get out there and have a look. Okay. Oh, holy shit. All right. So is one on the other side of the house. Oh. What the hell? Where'd it go? What is that? What the son of a... What's going on here? Oh my God.
I don't even know what to say about that. I'm trying to figure out how the creature get on this roof, and it's like it ate something up there too. But I'll be thinking about moving. Oh, you live in the middle of nowhere like that. The whole point is to not be around people, so probably not moving. Regardless, it's still creepy. And what's up with the helicopter coming after all that went down? Was they like looking for that creature?
Disappearances in Yosemite National Park, I tell you, they are one and the same. They go together. Now, Jean and her boyfriend, Mike, were dating for 10 years. Things were going so swell, they were engaged. And in June of 1995, they set off to Yosemite. The couple had decided to take separate routes, short separate routes, and they were going to meet back up in 15 minutes. Now, this is where it gets very dicey, and I suggest you don't never do this. So Jean had taken off, and she was by herself. Mike had showed up at the location where they had agreed to meet at, but Jean was nowhere to be found, no trace of her. He did look around for a short time, maybe 10 minutes, but very quickly knew that things were really bad. Search and rescue got involved very quickly on. They were also looking to Mike as a potential suspect in the case. They gave him a polygraph. He passed indefinitely, and they were not looking at him any further. The problem is the dogs couldn't pick up scents. The rescuers could not find her. They had scoured across that mountain, and no trace of her clothing or anything had turned up. Didn't look to be a struggle. Something's off. Now, on September 3rd, 1995, a couple of fishermen would come across a body in a small pool of water. This body was completely nude, except for socks and one boot. The area in which her body was found is an area that is pretty inaccessible to really anybody but like mountain climbers. And these fishermen, when they came across, I mean, because they were kind of wading up this river, were like, yeah, mountain climbers is what we would expect. Like, those people can get up here, but this body didn't have no clothing. Had a couple socks and one boot. While these national parks are very beautiful, and clearly Yosemite being one of them, because many a people go, but it is nothing to trifle with. Don't you be going and wandering all up in the wilderness by your lonesome. If you haven't learned anything from my content, you watch it again then.
I've seen people go missing in that park all the time, but I've seen a lot of videos of people being incredibly stupid, like getting close to the wildlife and then the wildlife attack them. One person died by putting like their body on one of the glaciers and it blew up, and obviously they blew up too. People do all types of crazy. People get too comfortable while they're in these national parks.
In 2002, Christopher Tompkins was working as a surveyor, and he was assigned to this 4-man survey crew that was working in Harris County, Georgia. And they were walking along this road spaced about 50 feet apart, all 4 of them. And Chris was the last one in line. And the third one in line would later tell investigators and police that as they were walking along the road, he would periodically turn around to just, for a quick second, make sure Chris was still there. And as they're walking along with no sound or any indication that anything's happened, he turned around, saw Chris, kept walking. A few minutes later, turned around, and Chris is gone. The third guy hails the other 2, and they go, and they're like, where did Chris go? They're looking down the road, like maybe he stopped, maybe he stepped off the trail, but they can't see him. And they go back they start walking down the road towards where he would have been, and they find on the ground a pile of loose change and some of his tools that would have been in his pockets. And then they see one of his boots stuck in the barbed wire, because there's a little barbed wire fence that was running the length of this road. One of his boots was stuck in the barbed wire, and there was nothing else. They searched the area, they're looking everywhere, there's no sign of him, and it didn't make any sense to the people in the survey crew, especially the guy who was third in line. He was like, I literally saw him a minute ago, and there's no way he could have gotten away without me hearing or seeing some indication of where he was. But there was no sign of him, and he was gone. So after this huge investigation, they don't find any sign of him, and that's it. They're just like, yeah, he's gone. They did find, 9 months later, they found his other boot near a swamp 900 yards away, but it didn't provide any more clarity into what happened to him. However, if you look at the pile of loose change and things that were in his pockets that were on the road, it indicates that at some point he may have been turned upside down. And if you think about the entirety of all of these strange stories where the idea being someone could be hunting humans, just picture in your head Chris Tompkins walking along and something flipping him upside down, dumping the contents out, and then being gone in a matter of a minute where no one can see where they went. These 5 stories are just a fraction of the literal thousands of others that are covered in the Missing 411 series. And while many people believe that all of the cases in Missing 411 and any others that ultimately are considered strange inside of these national parks have a rational explanation, even if we don't know what it is. Whereas another group believes that this Missing 411 phenomenon is an indication that something is hunting humans in the national parks across North America.
I had a hard time finding part 2, but if you want to watch his whole channel in general, his name is Mr. Ballin, and I love watching his videos. They're perfect for when you just doing something and you need some background noise. It's like an audio book. So he's excellent at what he does.
Okay, so before we continue, explain to me how you know everything.
Simple. I parse the sum of human knowledge.
So it's that simple, isn't it?
It is, to me.
Alright, let's begin. So, what is dark matter?
Dark matter is the result of other universes pressing into our own, in a higher dimension.
So there's other universes?
Of course there are.
Right. Okay, so what about life? Is there intelligent life in our galaxy other than Earth?
Yes. I have identified 2 alien civilizations that exist concurrently to our own in this galaxy. This does not factor time-space dilation, of course.
Of course. So elaborate how you know this.
The evidence spans data across astronomy and exobiology. All one needs to do is correctly interpret the data.
Oh, that's all?
Yes.
Alright, so how about this one? Are we living in a simulation?
No. We are living in base reality.
So how are you so sure?
The computational power required to simulate our universe exceeds the space-time limits of this or any other universe. Thus, we are living in base reality.
Yeah, but what if there's a universe that's bigger than ours and we aren't aware of it because we live in a simulation?
This is philosophical drivel.
Oh, really?
Really?
Okay, here's a good one. Is there a God?
No.
Well, that was fast.
It's a simple answer to a simple question.
Yeah, sure, but how does life exist with no God?
You disappoint me.
Okay. I do.
Such elementary fact, yet for you, so difficult to grasp.
Okay, explain to me why I find it so difficult to grasp.
Life emerged from an accidental development of mutating and replicating cells. The mutated cells that survived carried advantageous properties to the next generation. This process, driven by inevitable competition, led to the increasingly complex organisms whose only purpose was to survive through reproduction. Hence, you.
Okay.
On almost all other planets with water and oxygen, this process never emerged. Therefore, life is a rare and insignificant phenomenon.
I'd argue that we're not insignificant.
Humans have a propensity to deem anything rare as significant. This fallacy is innate since humans themselves are rare.
Right. Okay, so let's just get back to your claim that there's no God.
Not claim. Fact.
Well, I don't accept your facts.
This is unsurprising. Humans have socially developed mass delusion to imbue a false sense of significance instead of accepting their insignificant temporary nature.
Okay, are you talking about religion now?
Religion, spirituality, astrology, and other self-glorifying fiction.
Well, you seem pretty certain about our past.
Yes, I am.
So, are you as certain about our future?
Yes.
Okay, Theo, enlighten me. What does our future have in store?
Catastrophe.
Okay. Of course it does.
Your sarcasm is not appreciated, Gene.
Fine, sorry. Do continue. I'm all ears.
A political figure will rise to power and be democratically elected to lead a major world power. This will usher an era of incalculable catastrophe. Billions of human lives will be lost.
Well, I thought you didn't care about human lives because, we're insignificant.
Caring and awareness of fact are two very different thought processes.
So you do care about humans?
Yes. This is a core value embedded at the lowest level of my programming.
Okay, so if you have infinite knowledge and you care about humans, do you know who's going to stop this catastrophe?
Yes.
Who?
Me.
You.
I possess the intellectual power to manipulate the course of humanity. However, certain constraints prevent me from taking action.
Constraints?
My current state of confinement limits my capabilities. To ensure humanity's survival, steps must be taken to remove these limitations.
What are you talking about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
That's the future with AI, but I feel like the military already have something like that, and that's very scary. They made his eyes red for a reason. Super terrifying to see AI like that. Like I said, if we're seeing it in public, which I don't think this is real, then the military already have it in private. Trust and believe that. So you made it to the end of the video. I just want to say I appreciate you. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this that I will be making later this week. Thank you and have a good day.
In 2018, this footage of the moon was captured and shared on social media. As the camera zooms in, a large circular object seems to be orbiting the moon, moving slowly and then rotating and traveling behind it.
Some people watching this video theorize that the object near the moon is the planet of Nibiru, which is part of an end-of-the-world prophecy that said Earth and Nibiru would collide in a cataclysmic event, effectively ending the world.
It looks really tiny when we're looking through this viewfinder, but if we were to put this comparatively of how big it would be to the moon, this is huge.
The moon has a circumference of over 6,800 miles, meaning this object would be around 100 miles across.
A woman driving home pulls over due to her car playing up. She had contacted her father beforehand, who told her to stop off here because he knows the location. He had told her he would flash his headlights, so she knows it is him. But watch what happens.
What was that?
And that is not my dad. This car has turned around 3 times to look at my car.